One of my favorite meal prep recipes is steak taco bowls. They're so easy to like come together quick on the barbecue. You can have kind of whatever you want with them. I do rice as the base, and then I'm going to show you guys how I barbecue up the steak, the corn, and then turn it into this really fun bowl. Yeah. So we're going to start by taking a piece of flank steak here. Got this at the butcher. Bring you guys down with me. Gorgeous piece of flank steak. And we are going to season that baby up. It's called Inca Fire Salt. You can get it in Edmonton at, it's called Silk Road. So I use this salt. Oh my gosh, if I can get it open. The Inca Fire Salt. Come on. And, yeah. And a little bit of chili powder. Same thing from Silk Road. And a little bit of salt because there's no salt in. Oh, never mind. The Inca Fire Salt is salt. We're good here. Nice. The other side. I'm using my other hand now to do the other side so I don't transfer that over. And this is going to hit the barbecue in just a minute. I'm going to show you guys the corn in a second too. So now I'm just going to wash my hands, and then I'm going to grab some corn out of the fridge. Also, I'm wearing the same outfit as I was in the muffin recipe because it's the same day. Batch content type of day, you know what I mean? So I've got 3 corns left. I'm going to put them on the barbecue at the same time as the flank. Actually, I'm going to put them on before the flank. And then we are going to build the bowls after we have these guys and the steak ready. I'm just going to turn the barbecue on here. There's like a sweet spot on this guy. There we go. Once that heats up, we're going to throw the corn on there as well as the flank, and then we're going to prep the other ingredients that we're going to put in the bowl. So the corn we're going to mix with a little bit of red onion and some peppers in a cast iron. I'm going to put the cast iron out here, and then the steak is doing its thing, and then we're just going to put it on a bed of rice. So I show you guys how to set the rice in my dream cooker. I did the exact same type of settings when I have my Instant Pot, so it'll be pretty easy to follow. No matter what type of rice I'm doing, actually brown rice might be a little different, but I don't ever cook brown rice, so whatever is the size of the cup that I'm using for the rice, this is the size for this one, putting in the bottom, and then I'm going to do 2 times that amount in water. One, 2. And I always strain my rice first, so that was the strained amount that's in there. Just give this a little swirl so it's not all clumpy together. Put on the lid, lock it, pressure cook, high 6 minutes, and good to go. So I love the Dream Cooker, A, because it's beautiful on the counter, and B, because it's all non-toxic. So you can't put the inside part in the dishwasher at all because it would wreck the coating, but it's all non-toxic cookware. Everything from our place. I have an ambassador link. You get a discount, I think, with the ambassador link. But yeah, all my pans and everything are our place, and I'm obsessed. The rest of this recipe we're going to be doing out here on the barbecue, which I'm super excited about. That makes it interesting and fun. So I'm going to get the corn on there first. I literally leave it like as is. It's going to make a ton of fire, but I just put them straight on there. And let them till they get charred on the outside, essentially. I'm gonna clean this a little bit from the corn I did the other day. I feel like a lot of people don't know how to like barbecue steak, so I feel like this would be like a really good steak learning recipe, but also a good meal prep recipe. So I'm gonna let the corn do its thing for some time now. I'm gonna throw this over the balcony because I'm just gonna get it in the lawnmower later. Yeah, I brought a pan out here to do the rest of it. Steaks on this side. I'm gonna bring you guys to the other side of the barbecue here to prep the veggies and get them into the pan here. She's eating the. She thinks she's helping. To be honest, she's not helping. Stop licking, please. She sees that there's barbecue tools down here and she wants to get them. So I'm going to bring you guys to this side of the barbecue here. I have some olive oil, a pan back here, salt, hot chili powder, black beans that my mom canned these. So they're literally like all fresh and nice. It's kind of similar to a shallot. Those are going to sit here for now. And then some peppers. So I'm just going to dice these up so they are ready to go for when the steak is almost done. You could use a different type of red onion. This is just the one that I had lying around and I really wanted to use. I really like the flavor in it, so that's what we're going with. It's very similar to a shallot, you can see. And tastes very similar to a shallot. The flavor is awesome. Just going to take that off. Get all of our mess to one side here. This is not in focus. There we go. Okay, over here. I do pretty big chunks because I like my onions in bigger chunks. So I like to taste them. A lot of, if you don't like them as much, cut them down more. The dogs are so close now because they think they're getting something. I have these fun large peppers too that I'm just going to honestly cut into strips. When I get close to the top, I'm just going to leave it just because I don't want to deal with the seeds right now. So I'm just going to cut them into that kind of size. They'll come down nicely onto the next one. This way I don't have to deal with the seeds. Perfect. So these are all now ready to go. You can cut these smaller if you wanted to, but I like having them in nice, nice big pieces just for the heck of it. So we're going to take a look at our corn here. I flipped one. It's just starting to get nice and crispy. So I'm going to start flipping them all onto their next side and closing that again. Corn isn't going to take much longer on here. So I'm actually going to put the steak on here as well. So I'm going to take this piece here. A lot of times for steak, I usually just go 6 minutes per side. I find that that's like the sweet spot every single time, no matter what type of cut that I'm using. Sometimes a little bit less is fine too, but standardly, I like to do 6 minutes, sometimes 5. We finally hit that mark where we're ready to flip this guy. See how it doesn't stick to the grill either? That's perfect. Yeah. So we're going to keep that on there. These are going to be close to be done. I might rotate some things around. Go here. I'm going to take the Our Place pan now and put it in the back. I'm going to take this guy off until we're taking it. Dun, dun, dun. Olive oil. And let that heat up for a little bit here. Now this pan is going to be nice and toasty. So we're going to throw in peppers and the onions. A trick I always do when I'm cooking veggies is actually add a few ice cubes to whatever pan that I'm using on the barbecue. It likes to add that little bit of liquid and really steams them up nice. The steak has now had its 5 minutes per side or 6 minutes per side. 6 minutes per side. And I'm going to take it off and let it rest because this is a meal prep recipe. I want it to pretty much rest till it's cool to cut it and put it in the glass containers. But if you were like serving on the same day, I would still let it rest on like a butcher block or something for like 4 to 5 minutes and then slice from there. So just going to pull that baby off and let her rest there. Gorgeous. My dogs are so jealous right now. Again, I'm going to go back in here because, well, the veggies are starting to really take off. I'm going to move this closer so you can see. It's starting to steam up nicely. And the corn is actually going with the veggies here. So what I'm going to do is pull off the corns. Let them cool just for a little bit so I can touch them. And then go back in there and put the corn on the pan once we're ready for it. Corn over to this side of the butcher block so you guys can see just how I'm going to pull that down. Literally going to go just like that, pull it back, then I'm going to put it in the pan like so, and just cut the kernels into there. We want it mixed in with those veggies. I don't do the best job at this, but I do a good enough job. You could also use canned corn. I just had corn on the cob because we live so close to Chilliwack and we get a really good price on the fresh Chilliwack corn and it tastes amazing. So I'm going to do that with all 3 of those cobs that I did. It's a little mix now that we got the pan. Woo. I'll bring you guys a little closer so you can see what this is looking like on barbecue. Gorgeous. I'm just going to hit it with some salt. A lot of salt because I like that. And then a little bit of hot chili powder. That's pretty hot, but not too hot. Final step to the outdoor veggies, the heated veggies, is adding the black beans. These were black beans that my mom canned for me and I had in the pantry. Just give those a light mix into here as well. Heat that up for another probably like 10 minutes. These pans are so convenient like that. Just got the hot warmer and this one, you're going to carry it all inside. So we now have our assembly line to get our steak bowls together. I just want to tell you guys like how cheap it is to make something like this. That piece of flank was $38. It's going to be able to give me enough meat for, I would say probably 4 portions as a man, 4 portions as a female, but I'm going to probably stretch it into 6 because I eat so many meals during a day that works for me. Rice is a staple in your house, so you don't count it. And then veggies are so cheap. Like, especially if you get them fresh. Like, I find, especially in the summer, getting fresh veggies like corn and peppers and things like that are maybe $4 for all of the veggies, including the can of beans and tomatoes that we're going to top it with. And then on the day of, I'll probably put some sort of sauce on that, which is going to be like a spicy ranch kind of deal, which is just Greek yogurt, dill, garlic, parsley, and a little bit of hot sauce and a little bit of cayenne. Blend that all up and pour it on top of the bowls. But yeah, now we've got the assembly line going here. So I'm gonna cut up the steak first. Nice. Yum. The dogs are at my feet. They really think they're gonna get something out of this. You could also get a bigger piece of flank for literally like $6 more if you wanted to, and you would have a fuller meal prep for the meat. But I find flank like such a good price for how much like you get out of a serving. It's just like quite a large piece. Also, I'm cutting this like terribly. This is not how I would cut a steak to serve it. I would cut against the grain, not doing what I'm doing, but I just want to, I'm literally chopping it all up into little pieces anyway, so I don't really care. It's so nice and tender. Flavor's on point with that little bit of spice. Wonder Oven Girl did her thing while we were gone. Takes 20 minutes from start to finish. I'm gonna grab a wood spoon, put a scoop in each bowl, assemble our steak. Dogs really do think that they're getting some, so I guess I could share. Oh yeah, yum. Get a good amount in there. Just a few cherry tomatoes to mine. I got these on the side of the road garden as well. So, recipes or want to see, like, even suggest, be like, chicken. I'm bored of chicken. How can I elevate chicken? Type in the comments. I will do my best to make a really fun recipe, or even be like, okay, breakfast, not boring, you know? And I will do my best to come through with a super fun recipe. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. And this is what you get. These beautiful steak, meal prepped, tomatoes are falling, bowls. 6 of them. 6 days worth of meals for under $40. Why are you eating out? Eat clean, eat better, eat whole foods that don't make you feel like shit. So